Armed Forces Day is a very important event in the calendar of the South African National Defence Force, and for two reasons. The first reason being that we are celebrating the heroes and heroines, the members of the South African National Defence Force, both that are still alive and those that have passed on. We're celebrating them and recognizing them for carrying the flag of this country. We're celebrating them and recognizing them as the people that look after us. When some of us are asleep, when some of us are dancing, when some of us are doing everything, and nothing happens to this country, we're celebrating those people. So it is very, very important to note that there is a direct link between today's Armed Forces Day and the sinking of the SS Mendi. We can't separate the two.
The SS Mendi sank in 1917, and 607 survivors from the Cape League, 9 white people, and 33 of the crew members drowned from 807 people that was on board. So that was the biggest disaster on sea that we ever had in the Navy. So every year it is decided that we move Armed Forces Day to another province. The first province was Atteridgeville in Gauteng, the second one in Mangaung in 2014. In 2015 we moved to the Northwest, then we moved to the Eastern Cape. Thereafter, we moved to KwaZulu-Natal, and this year we're in the Northern Cape. Every year also, that different services gets a turn to arrange this Armed Forces Day. This year, it is the Chief of the South African Air Force, General Msimang, who is responsible for the arrangement. However, the Deputy Chief of the South African Air Force, General Buthelezi, has been appointed to coordinate this day. We have started this planning in June last year. We have met with the Premier, we have met with the Mayor, we have met with everyone in the Northern Cape. We went through an inspection to Uppington, Postmasburg, Alexander Bay and Kimberley, and it was decided that Kimberley will be the place where we will host the Armed Forces Day. The Armed Forces Day consists of a few activities, and I must say it started off as a very small activity, and then it grew from a parade to a whole week of events.
The events, as you see them there, we will have the music, the fan park, sports, and the capability demo. There will be the wreath laying, there will be a military parade, there will be music events. We'll explain the invitations or invitees that have been invited. I've mentioned the centenary of Mr. Mandela, the legal instruments that we brought with, and the marketing that we sought to engage with. From the list of things I mentioned earlier, the media launch is taking place today at this place, and the music events will happen at the schools. You'll see which ones and when, but it will take place in the period of 12 to 15 Feb. We have got 4 arms of services that constitute the body of the SANDF. It's the Army, it's the Air Force, it's the Navy, and the medical services. Now, and over and above that, we have got specialized divisions. Now, each of these arms of services have got their bands. So what we have requested them is that they will each contribute. They will go to the schools, like you can see there, one of our colleagues in the Air Force uniform there, taking the kids through the paces there. So we'll have the Army band from Free State and KZN, the SAF band from Pretoria, the Navy, Marimba band, and the medics will be part. These are the schools that will be involved in the music excursion or extravaganza, as it were. The schools that you see depicted on this slide are not necessarily the only places where these events will take place. What we have requested is that for limitation placed on us by resources available, we will use these schools as centers around which all the other surrounding schools will then converge, and then they can partake there. They will then conduct those clinics at the schools mentioned there. The clinics will take place in 2 sessions. The first session will be from 8 to 10. They will be communicated. We have got a serious marketing drive to this effect to ensure that people know what is happening, where, what time, and how to get there, and so on. So those preparations are underway as we speak. I think they're opening the Fan Park gates from the 15th. The sporting activities will also begin on the 16th. These are the sporting, the menu of the Fan Park. We'll have sporting activities. My colleagues have requested me to make special mention that with the sporting activities, they also have planned a 5-kilometer and a 10-kilometer walk and run. And this is open to the public. It's not a military exercise. It's public engagement, and it should be seen in that light. The codes that will participate will be soccer, swimming, rugby, netball, volleyball, cricket, martial arts, and then the 5 and 10-kilometer walks. We will also have an interfaith church service here at this convention center. And somebody might ask, why this convention center? This convention center is offering us the ability to accommodate the numbers and make people feel comfortable with the amenities that it provides. So given that the temperatures at the time, we thought it will be better to come here. The other option was to go to the stadium or somewhere else, but to make it a success and for people to be able to enjoy the events of the day, rather use a place and where people will be properly accommodated. We will have, as part of the interfaith church service, the commemoration and acknowledgement of those who went before us. So their names will be read out. As you see that depiction, we will have the names of the people who went before us read out and acknowledged. We will also have a capability demonstration. This means we are going to put everything to the floor. The guns, the bombs, the aircraft, everything will happen there. Live ammunition will be in use. On the 20th of Feb, we will have 2 versions of this thing. One of them will be for the public, and then one will be for invited guests. A lot of people were asking, why do you take the demonstration, the hub of it, to another province? We are sorry that, unfortunately, it's for practical considerations. There was no space available to do this type of thing in Kimberley. Remember, we're going to use live ammunition. And we cannot take the risk, however small, of doing it where otherwise not permissible. So the capability demo will be open on the 18th of Feb for the public. We expect plus minus 5,000 people. And then the 20th, it will be only invited guests at De Breg. And that is the program that will be followed. And then there will be a static fire demonstration, mechanized attack with air support, the Rooivalks, the Rooikart and them, and then the fire plan demonstration. The wreath laying will happen at the War Memorial. I think this is a better picture for that, yes. This is where it will happen. The President will conduct that for us, and then immediately thereafter there will be a typical military parade.